What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's Tuesday. I'm JC Money. This is my man, Coach Craig. We're talking about a little bit of hockey for the pro side. And then, we're just going to talk a little bit of hockey, and then we're going to get into basketball. It's only a 4-game slate today, so, it's not a lot to talk about. But, hockey's a huge 11-game slate, but we're just going to because that's way too much to talk about. So we're just going to kind of cruise through hockey. We'll talk a little bit of highlights, and then we'll get into setting the lineup quick, and then we will get right into basketball. So let me share this quick. Boom, boom. Got too much up. All right, here we go. Bam.
Yep.
All right, so we can just get right into talking about players. So we got centers.
Yeah, so I made a really short list. If you did literally everyone on this slate that was in play, you probably end up with about 50 names here. So I just did centers, wings, and defenders. I didn't do goalies since I was making this up last night, but there's definitely some guys to look at there. In terms of the centers, I got Tavares there. He's 1.45. Matthews is not playing tonight for Toronto, so I do assume that it helps him out quite a bit. Then we got Barkov 1.7. I know the pro picks like him again. Kadri 1.65. He's in the pro picks as well, and Duchene's in the pro picks. So the main ones there are in the pro picks anyways. So if you want to get a little bit off the pro picks, you can go to Tavares. Then in terms of the wings that I was looking at least, we're looking at Keller at 1.7, Rantanen at 1.6. Huberdeau at 1.75, Robertson at 1.95, Hughes at 2, and then I also looked at and Schmaltz as well for Arizona. He's at 1.75 too. He's been playing pretty well. So I'm actually playing him and Keller together. It's a decent matchup for them. They're playing against another team that's not very good either. So, and Arizona's actually been playing better as of late too. So maybe they get some points there. And those are the two main guys that have been doing everything for him. So why not? In terms of the defenders, we got Josie again. He's 1.35. I don't know why he's 1.35 because he's like the best defender there is for scoring for DFS at least, it seems like. And then we got Mocker at 1.55. It seems like all the pro picks like him quite a bit. You got your boy Fox at 1.3, and then Ekblad at 1.7. Those are the main defenders I looked at. I know you're talking about your Burns guy too, but
yep. I just like playing Burns. Like every once in a while when I see him and he's there, especially when we play for our SuperDraft Pro, I like playing him. The last time, dude, I played him, dude. He went off for like 18 points. So. Burns is a guy who does go off, but he's, I think, a 1.15 multiplier, so he's not going to be anything big, He has to hit. He can hit.
So, I'm looking at the pro picks just real quick here, too. So, at center, they got Barkov in, like, every lineup. They have Kadri in 2 of the lineups, Duchene in 1 of the lineup, and then Nick Suzuki is the other guy there. Don't know too much about him. And the wings, they have this Cole Caulfield at every spot. They have Robertson for Dallas at every spot, and then the third wing they got Rantanen there at one of the spots, Hyman, Hughes, Bennett, and then Hyman again. So Hyman's there twice, who is a guy that we played in one of the single games before, but on paper for a real slate, he doesn't look that great. In terms of defenders, they got that's Moritz Seider, and then they got Kale Mocker in every lineup for the defenders, and then they have Vidiket Vanek or Vanacek. He's a 2X. He's their goalie in all of them. He's actually the goalie I'm playing too, just because he looks like the best one on paper. It's one of the lower scoring games. It's a game they should at least win. He's not a terrible goalie for being a 2X guy at least.
And a goalie can kill you. Joel last night, he was talking about on our little show we had. Joel was talking about he was talking about his live game that he had going, and his goalie had minus 18 points. So yeah,
that's the danger of the two. So that's the danger of the 2X guys, though, because if the 2X guy does really bad, they're just going to tank you. But if they do good, they're going to put you all the way up to the top.
He said that he had 2 goals scored on him in like the first 5 minutes. It's like, yep, that's how this is going to start. That's terrible. So that's the one thing about goalies. I think that's why I don't like to play them. At least when they have the champion game. The Co-6. I definitely don't like playing goalies. It can help sometimes. It can. I don't think it happens a lot.
Yeah, in terms of some of these other goalies here, it looks like Ottinger's starting for Dallas tonight. I think he's 2x or really close to it. Once again, he's obviously one of the younger goalies and been playing pretty decent. They do play Toronto tonight, so it's not an easy matchup by any means, but Matthews is out, so that might help him out as a goalie just a little bit. Maple Leafs are starting Calgren at goalie. Coyotes got the Van Melka. We're going to go with that. And then they're going against Montreal. Montreal's not doing very hot. And they got Montimbalt. We'll go with that. Some of these names, man.
Yep.
Anaheim expected is John Gibson. For the Rangers, it's Gorgiev, who's not that great either. Or at least the last time we looked at him, he wasn't that great. Then for the Islanders, it's Varlamov. And then we got the Vanacek for Washington over there. So that's kind of the matchup that looks pretty good. It's the lowest scoring over-under on the day at 5.5, and Washington's a decent favorite at this point in time. And then let's see. So we got DeSmith starting at goalie for Pittsburgh and Saros for the Predators, which Nashville. Got Vegas is expected to be Brosayat, and then Winnipeg is Hallebuck. And let's see, for Boston, it's Olmark. For Chicago, it's Marc-Anthony Fleury. Detroit's just expected in Nedeljkovic. And Edmonton is Kasavikin. We'll go with that. Let's see. New Jersey, Dawes is expected. Demko is the starter for who likes that? Vancouver. Yeah, he might be another decent one. I don't know what his multiplier is. That DEMKO.
For what? What does he play?
Goalie. Only talking about goalies right now. Demko.
Yeah.
What's his multiplier?
1.6.
1.6. He might be a guy to look at if you're trying to pivot off of the rest of the ones, because like New Jersey's kind of hit or miss anyways. Vancouver's a decent team. I don't know much else about him, but looks like Kemper's expected for Colorado, but it's not confirmed yet. Peterson's expected for the Kings, but that's not confirmed yet either. And then Bobrovsky is starting for Florida tonight, and then James Reimer is starting for San Jose. So maybe you could take the chance with Bobrovsky, but he's usually one of those lower multiplier guys, and sometimes it doesn't work out. That's kind of the goalies, at least in a nutshell, but at least who's starting.
Yeah, and I'm just, I like Kadri. I always play him, and I always play Rin Tin Tin. Burns, whenever he's available to play, when we have this going, I like to play him. I was going to play Fox, but I think I only like playing him when his multiplier is ridiculous,
Yeah,
I
mean, in theory, you could play. You could play both of them too, and like the pro picks don't have either one of them either. So I still can't believe the pro picks don't play Josie ever. I don't get that. I really don't get that. Cade Cunningham, at least for basketball, Cade Cunningham just got rolled out.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he's questionable with an illness all day.
Yeah. So Josie, I'm going Josie and Burns. I like that. I'm liking this team already. I like this team a lot. Just need a fucking forward. Let's see. Corey Crosby. Or so, what Corey? Sidney Crosby.
Corey? Who's Corey?
Yeah.
Crosby's good, but obviously the multiplier is low. I think it's 1.1, right?
Yeah. He scores goals though, but
yeah, he's good. It's just a little multiplier.
Sengun. See what he's done. He's done all right. Sengun's done all right. Let's see. Backstrom, somebody I like too.
Like I said, it's 11 game slate, so you're gonna have lots of options. I just put down my favorite ones that I kind of wrote, about 4 or 5 in each position, because I'm like, otherwise we're gonna end up with 50 names of guys that you could play.
Yeah. So all right, let's just get this through.
Goga just got ruled out too for the Pacers.
Everyone's getting ruled out.
No, this is like literally this is gonna be it. Like there's nobody else left to rule out tonight, pretty much.
All right, I think I'm just gonna go like this. Suzuki's another guy that they like too.
Yeah, I didn't really see much in him, but
I mean, he's been scoring a lot of goals, it looks like. I'm just gonna throw him in.
yeah.
So like here, I think so they have Kadri and almost everyone, right? Rantanen and a couple. They don't have Kreider, I don't think. They have Marner, I think, and everything.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
have
have
Barkov as all the centers, and then Kadri's just twice. Suzuki's
I
twice.
think this is a lineup that's only. I mean, Suzuki's just like once, I think.
Yeah, he's twice.
Oh, I mean, this is enough to feel like I pivoted it off. Burns and like my defense are completely different, and Kreider's completely different.
I want to look up this Caulfield guy that they got there, just because I'm curious why they have him now. Because I don't even really remember seeing that name.
For what?
For wing.
Let's see.
It's Caulfield. I'm just curious. What?
You're coughing?
Caulfield. Plays for Montreal. And a goal and assist last game. He's really hit or miss though. Like he's okay, but he's just like I don't think he's good enough to where he should be in every pro pick lineup. Let's put it that way.
It's just because he's a 2x. He scores a goal and it's like 2 goals.
He either is gonna. That's one of those guys that is either really gonna help you or hurt you.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's set this lineup and get to talking basketball. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna go with. This is what I'm gonna stick with. I mean, we talked about the pro picks and kind of what they're at right now too, but I wanted to pivot just a little bit. And you talked about some of the guys that you pivoted off to too. I mean, yeah, I know you're not playing Burns.
Yeah, I'm still playing Barkov, even though the pro picks are, but I'm playing Tavares definitely at center because Matthews is out tonight, and I think that's a very good opportunity for him.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think this is where I'm going to go, though. All right. Let's get into basketball, homie.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm just throwing another price picks in here now that Kate got ruled out. Because I'm betting the points plus rebounds plus assists for Jeremy Grant now.
And Karl Anthony Towns remembered how to play last night, apparently. 60 points. Jesus,
Yep.
Set a record. Most points scored by a Timberwolves, and I think he had 30 of those points were in the third quarter.
What the heck? I think I got in on this too slow apparently because they're like something changed since you put this in. Hold on.
Let's see here. So yeah, I'm liking my hockey lineup. Definitely, I think this should hit. We always say that though, and it's just like, no, sorry, dude.
Oh fuck! It's at 27.5 now.
You setting prize pick?
Yeah, so the points plus rebounds plus assists for Jeremy Grant was 25.5.
Then you're gonna take the over, obviously.
Yeah, and as I hit submit, they're like, "Oh, we just jumped it up to 27.5." I'm like, "What the heck?"
So they made you take that too?
No, it's like, do you want to change it because the projection changed? So I'm not doing it now.
Yeah, and right now I'm just importing all my stuff because we got 3 games. I totally forgot last night that was multi-entry Monday. Huh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think I did that either.
Because they're talking about it on the show, and I'm like, dang it, dude, I totally forgot. This is something new.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. So you're ready for basketball, right?
Yep, I got everything up, ready to go.
Give me a second. So we have Karl Anthony Towns remembered how to play basketball and got out and wasn't in technically he did get in foul trouble again. He had 5 fouls last night too. So I can't even say he kept his hands to himself, but yeah, he had 60 real life points. He had 87.75 points, 1.1 multiplier, 96.53 points after the multiplier. Keldon Johnson had himself a nice night at 52.5 points. He had 1.65 multiplier, got to 86.63. Don't see that too often out of him, but every once in a while he scores the ball well. Doesn't happen very often though. Obviously, otherwise he'd be higher than a 1.6 multiplier or 1.65. Excuse me. Terrence Mann had 48 points, 1.65 multiplier. That game did go into overtime though too, so kind of helped him out a little bit there. He got to 79.2 points, and then Trey Young, David, I know you're out there somewhere. Trey Young had over 40 points again in real life, so he had a nice little night. He had 75.5 points, 1.05 multiplier, got to 79.28. In terms of our duds last night, we had Domantas Sabonis 35.1 or 35.75. Babygate was not a real thing for him, apparently.
Nope, not at all.
So 1.15 multiplier, got 41.11. Excuse me, DeMar DeRozan had 36.75 points and 1.15 multiplier. He got to 42.26. That's 2 back-to-back down games for him, but he'll bounce back. He's a good player.
Trey Young has remembered how to shoot now as of recently.
Yeah, he had like 7 games where he couldn't hit the broad side of a barn, and then all of a sudden, him and Josh Hart must have been hanging out or something. So then we go down to our dart throws. So Trendon Wofford, who was in the pro picks, he did end up paying off. He got 48.25, got to 86.65. I'm just going to jump down to Drew Eubanks because he did pay off as well. 36 points, 1.85 multiplier, 66.6 points. So if you play one of those guys, you did all right. If you play both those guys, you probably did even better. Matisse Thybulle out of nowhere last night had 42.25 points and 1.85 multiplier. He had 8 combined steals and blocks last night. That's 24 points before a multiplier. So obviously that boosted him way up. It's not going to happen very often. 78.16. Isaac Okoro had 39.25 points, 1.85 multiplier, and 72.6 or 0.61 points. He scored 20 points in real life last night. That never happens with Isaac Okoro. That might be his season high in points scored for the year. So some of these guys we couldn't have projected, but obviously we did talk about Eubanks and Wofford yesterday. But
yes, you're right. We did. We sure did.
We'll get down into some guards though. So we have went too far. So we had Devin Booker at 1.15. Obviously, it's Devin Booker. He's been playing reasonably well. Obviously, he plays better without Chris Paul out there. He's got tons of opportunities. Last game, not quite as good, but still pretty good compared to most players. And when you're looking at this slate in general, there's opportunities out there. Then we have Kyrie Irving at 1.2. Obviously, Kyrie Irving has tremendous upside. They play the Magic tonight. There is some blowout risk. There is no Seth Curry. There's no Cam Thomas tonight. So he has some opportunities, at least maybe a little bit more than he normally does, but nothing too crazy, honestly. Tyrese Halliburton, 1.25. Malcolm Brogdon is back tonight after his concussion after missing 2 games. So they're both 1.25s. If you want to take a chance on one of those 2, you can definitely do it tonight. CJ McCollum makes his return from the COVID protocol list tonight as well. So you're kind of in that area. We got Buddy Hield, 1.35. You got opportunities there. Chris Duarte is back tonight, coming off the bench, though. Cade Cunningham is out due to illness now, so don't play him. Please don't play him. Campaign 1.5 looks pretty good. Devontae Graham, he's 1.65. If he ends up starting, you could take a chance on him, but I'm probably not going to do it. His name was just more here because we didn't know if CJ McCollum was going to play initially. Then we got Bruce Brown, 1.75. He's had pretty good games as of late for the Nets. He's had like 1 dud in there, but he's been pretty consistent for a high multiplier guy. And then Trey Jones, 2x multiplier. Or, excuse me, that shouldn't be Trey. That's my fault. It's Tyus.
Oh, Tyus.
Yeah, Tyus Jones. They're brothers. Good enough. Close enough. It was Trey a couple days ago. Tonight it's Tyus. So, they're both you're both up from your neck of the woods. So.
Yeah, I might have to play Tyus tonight.
Yeah. But John Morant's obviously not playing at this point in time. So Tyus Jones at 2x. Where is Ja?
Help me, John Morant.
John Morant's not going to help you tonight. Let's put it that way. In terms of forwards, we got Kevin Durant. He's a 1x. You got some upside there. You got some risk there with playing the Orlando Magic. There is a potential blowout. He could lose some minutes towards the end of the game. Just have to see what ends up happening with that. Jimmy Butler, 1.15. He's been better as of late than he was because he was in that down stretch for quite a bit of time. But Probably not a guy I'm trying to play on SuperDraft at 1.15 multiplier. If you want to play him on DraftKings on FanDuel, he looks a little bit better over there since his price tag is suppressed at this point in time. Then we got Wendell Carter Jr. 1.4. He's actually been playing really well lately, so I don't have a problem playing Wendell Carter. You can play him at forward. You can play him at center if you really want to on tonight's slate, but you probably want to play a regular center there anyways, but that's just me. Jeremy Grant, 1.55. He actually looks pretty good without Cade Cunningham. He's probably going to be the top point scorer for the Pistons tonight. His multiplier went up, which is obviously a good thing for him. Even when he came back from injury, it was like 1.4, and I never got it. It just didn't make sense. Then we got Mikal Bridges at 1.65. Seems like he kind of figured out what he was doing last time. So,
dude, so I was looking at some of the stuff on Pristine, and there's a basketball signed by him, from college, dude. It's already almost going for $200
from that Villanova team. That Villanova team is really good though.
Shit's crazy.
And in terms of high dirt throws and multipliers, I did have Marvin Bagley down here, 1.75. This list was before we knew Isaiah Stewart was going to be back today. There is a chance with Cade Cunningham they go big, and Marvin Bagley starts, and they move Jeremy Grant to the 3 and Sadiq Bey to the 2. I wouldn't expect it, but it is a possibility. Then they have Isaiah Jackson 1.75. Obviously, him and Jalen Smith both in play at 1.8. Obviously, Goga has not been ruled out since we kind of started the show. And then we got Jay Crowder at 1.8. You can definitely look at him. Najee Marshall at 1.85 if he ends up starting once again for the Pelicans. Obviously, probably not as good an opportunity with CJ McCollum back today. Then in terms of centers, we got Bam Adebayo 1.2. Obviously, you can pay him at forward as well. Jonas Valanciunas, there is some upside there, even though CJ McCollum is back tonight. So 1.25. DeAndre Ayton at 1.3. Him and Jonas are actually going against each other. So see what that looks like. Your boy Steven Adams, he's there at 1.6.
I might be staying away from him yet.
He might actually be a guy that gets hurt by John not playing, though.
Yeah.
Like some pick and roll stuffs. So that's a possibility. And usually Jaren Jackson tries to do a little bit more than Dylan Brooks. Desmond Bane, those try to take that little step up and get more usage. And probably less pick and rolls and stuff like that for Steven Adams tonight. Then I got Andre Drummond 1.65. I like him a lot tonight. As long as he keeps his hands to himself. Like, as long as Wendell Carter Jr. don't get him in foul trouble, he'll be fine.
I'm not playing good. Like, I got Jalen Smith playing there because he can play center.
He can do that too, but you can also play him at forward. So that I'm just high on Drummond tonight. He's in my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel too. So he's a guy that he's probably gonna get you about 30 points. He has that tremendous upside for more though. So and then you see the 1.65. Like, even if he just gets 30 at 1.65, he's floating right around 50, and he's probably one of the better center options at that point in time. But if he gets that upside closer to 50, then nobody's catching him.
Correct.
Then we got Jackson Hayes down there at 1.8. Just have to mention him because he had probably the best game of the year for him last time out. So probably not going to happen once again, but he's always got to mention just because he's always got that high multiplier.
What do you got for injuries? What do you got for injuries, brother?
Hold on. Let me flip over to this page. Let me refresh this page real quick. So I don't have any more starting lineups yet. That sucks. Oh, David. You know what we said? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, and then you know what's going to happen the next time we're going to play Trae Young, and he's going to score like 30 points. Like 30 points before the multiplier, not 30 real life points. If he scores 30 real life points, I'll be happy. But we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant's out tonight, so should be a normal starting lineup except Tyus Jones in his place. We got the Pacers without Goga Bitadze, TJ McConnell, Miles Turner, and TJ Warren. So really Goga's the only one out of note tonight. They do get Malcolm Brogdon back tonight. I think when you're playing on like in DFS tonight, if you want to take a shot on somebody, you can take that shot on Malcolm Brogdon. Obviously, he just had a concussion, so it's not like when he was coming off his Achilles that was bothering him, and then he come back and play 26 minutes. He should play full minutes tonight at least. There's that upside there with him. I don't think his ownership's going to be quite as high as it usually would, you know. So maybe if you want to get a little bit different at guard, you could play Malcolm Brogdon. Then for the Brooklyn Nets, they're without LaMarcus Aldridge, Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, and Cam Thomas tonight. So we are going to see some type of starting lineup with Kyrie Irving, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, Andre Drummond, and then probably like Patty Mills or Goran Dragic starting too. those guys are going to get more minutes than they typically would. Orlando Magic are without Jalen Suggs tonight. Cole Anthony, R.J. Hampton, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba are the starters. Then we move down to the Pistons. They're without Cade Cunningham, which obviously, if he's not playing, the guy that would benefit the most would be Hamidou Diallo. Well, he's not playing either. So then you go down to Frank Jackson. Well, he ain't playing either. So, and then Chris Smith, who doesn't play off the bench, he's out too. So right now, on paper, at least they have Rodney McGruder starting. I don't know if it's actually going to be Rodney McGruder that gets the start. If he does get the start, I would not recommend playing Rodney McGruder. Maybe Corey Joseph has a better game. Killian Hayes is back today. We'll see if he's on some type of minutes limit too. If I'm interested in Pistons tonight, it's probably going to be Sadiq Bey and Jeremy Grant. So you can throw Sadiq Bey. I think you can still play him at guard or forward on SuperDraft. Probably around that 1.6 range if you want to take that chance there. We know the upside is there, but we also know the downside with Sadiq Bey is very, very low.
Super hard to trust.
I probably just go Jeremy Grant in that case between those two, but I think a lot of other people are probably going to do the same thing. Then we have for the Miami Heat, Cable Martin's out. That's it for the Heat tonight. So should be a pretty standard starting lineup for them. Phoenix Suns without Cam Johnson, Frank Kaminsky, Lundberg, Chris Paul, and Dario Saric. So no changes for them really. And then the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, Larry Nance, Zion Williamson, all out. And they do get CJ McCollum back tonight. Nothing too crazy. I will say, so the first two games start at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Then we have 7:30 Eastern time and 8 o'clock. So they're all real condensed, close together. So we should know most of the news. Technically, we pretty much know all the news at this point in time. Outside of that Pistons starting lineup, that's really the only thing that we're kind of waiting for. And then kind of who that fifth starter is tonight for Brooklyn. Where is Ja?
Not playing. That's for sure.
That is definitely for sure. I got to get Cade Cunningham out of my FanDuel lineup real quick, though. You do not want to play him tonight.
All right. So before we get into some lineups, I'm going to mention that tonight we are going to be doing Rookie Risers and Fallers 2022 prospects. So tonight we're going to be doing Fallers on the offensive side. So tonight at 9:05 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully you guys want to come hang out. Craig here was at the combine in the flesh. So he did some scouting of his own. It'll be nice to hear some stuff from somebody who's actually there instead of people who are just, listening to other people. So it's nice to have you here, Craig, and I appreciate you going above and beyond and taking the trip. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. And then on Thursday, we're also going to be doing the risers for the offensive side. And then next week we'll be talking about, risers and fallers for defensive players. It'll be interesting. I'm excited. So let's get into making some lineups, my man. And I'm in here. I'm gonna pull up my original lineup here. Did you get into the coin games?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally? No, I haven't. Not today, at least.
There's a couple more left for the $500 entry, and there's a bunch left for the $300 coin entry. There was also a free one, but I think you missed it. Oh, it's still there.
Let me look.
So everybody knows, there's a free one on here right now that you can play. So it's called the free $100 free throw.
Oh, that okay.
Right here.
Yeah. You're talking about that one? Yep.
Yeah, there's a ton of.
Yeah, they've been doing it a lot lately.
Yeah, I like it. And then you guys also see that there's some nickel plays. They don't have them every day, but I mean, it's nice to get into because I have won first place on the nickel one. It's 5 cents to take home $20.
Well, there's a lot of spots left in this free one.
Yeah, so I think it's just a single entry.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna make a little bit different lineup in the free one. I'm putting Malcolm Brogdon in that one though.
Brogdon.
Yeah.
Brogdanovich. Just kidding.
He didn't do me too well last night, Bogdanovich. He didn't start. Well, the problem was he didn't start, and then DeLon Wright started, and DeLon Wright actually played halfway okay. So it's kind of annoying.
So this is the original lineup that I came up with that I was talking to you about earlier. So I got Booker, Kyrie, and then Tyler Hero, which is kind of my I mean, he's just got to be on. If he's shooting, then he's good. You know, I like Tyler when he's shooting. Got to get on them threes.
Yeah, he's been over 20+ points in real life lately, so definitely
He should
something.
be doing all right, dude. I was looking at something. His basketball is selling for crazy money too. Like, shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's another guy you can play tonight too at guard if you want to take a shot on Desmond Bane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bane. I like Bane. I like Bane, and then I'm also gonna.
I hate Bane.
I mean, I like the last time I played him, he did well.
He's got to make his threes, otherwise he screws you.
Man, 38 points. I mean, that's 1.5. I'm not excited about that.
At 38? That's 57 points after a multiplier.
Yeah, but you can find somebody else that can do that. Pretty close to guaranteed.
Good luck tonight.
Where is Ja?
He's
and
dead.
then I want, so I want Isaiah Jackson and then Jalen Smith, you know.
Ja doesn't exist tonight, okay?
So anyways, so this is what I have one and I'll save it, but we're going to alter this one.
Yeah. So I'm making one just real quick that this is like my free one for that $15 or $100 free throw thing. So I'm Malcolm Brogdon, Bruce Brown, Tyus Jones, Jalen Smith, Jaren Jackson, Wendell Carter, and DeAndre Ayton. That's kind of my like free risky one. Like if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, I'm not worried about it, you know?
Yeah, it's free.
Just chasing some upside.
I want Tyus.
I'm probably going to put that one in the nickel too, just in case it hits.
Yeah, I mean, I might, that would be pretty smart.
Yeah. So I got a couple in the $1 one, or I got my main line in the $1 one too, but I put that one on the nickel too, just in case it hits, you know.
You're hoping that Sadiq Bey hits. I mean,
I don't know if I have enough balls to play Sadiq Bey. If you
want to
get real ballsy, you could play Sadiq Bey and Bane together.
See, I like the Bruce Brown call.
He's frustrating because like he's playing way above what he typically. Here's the thing. Some games Bruce Brown goes out and gets like 12 points, and other games he goes out and gets 35 points. So you just got to hope you're not on the wrong end of it. But he's been pretty consistent lately.
So you're playing Brogdon over Halliburton. I guess they're the same multiplier.
Because I think Halliburton's going to be more popular tonight. It's just a play on ownership's all that is.
All the snow's melting, dude. Spring is here. So happy. So happy. There's something about Hero tonight.
I don't see it tonight, at least. Let's put it that way. Maybe, I don't know. He's got to get hot early if he's going to do it tonight, I feel like.
Get hot.
He's getting hot in here.
I'm just going to play Booker. The Bookster.
The book.
Now, where do I want to go here? I mean, I already did one where it was pretty crazy. I think we're going to go Drummond on this one.
I love Drummond. Hold on.
So Brown and Drummond on this one. Forwards. I might still throw Isaiah Jackson in here.
I wonder if people have caught on to like the Isaiah Jackson, like Jalen Smith thing, because I feel like it's just so much easier to play Smith. You know what I mean? Because he got the higher multiplier. He's been the more productive one lately. So I wonder if people have like caught on to it or not. Yeah.
I mean, they've both been. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'll play Smith instead.
I'm just curious to see how smart people actually are. So the Pacers are starting Brogdon, Halliburton, Hield, Brissett, and Jackson, and the Brooklyn Nets are starting Kyrie, Goran Dragic, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, Andre Drummond. So Dragic is the one getting the start, which is kind of what I expected because Patty Mills has not been good lately.
Now that you say that, Patty Mills goes off.
Patty Mills is the guy that needs to come off the bench either way, though. Goran Dragic kind of became a guy that needed to come off the bench last couple of years, but I like Dragic. He's looked pretty good, actually. Like, he's been relatively decent since he's been with Brooklyn. I don't know if he's converting it to points, but when I've seen him play on the court, he looks all right.
Shit, Bagley, man. He plays a lot of minutes.
9 more. Stewart's back tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy too. Like looking at the minutes, but he's not a good points per minute guy.
He usually is, but yeah, a couple games where he wasn't.
We go Wendell Carter.
God, Dragic played 38 minutes the last game. He still only got like 26 points.
Yes. God, I do not like tonight.
What?
So I'm not super excited about tonight.
Oh, I like this slate. I probably like it better like for other sites though than I do SuperDraft, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you really gotta. Yeah, I don't.
I think there's decent options tonight for a 4-game slate. Let's just put it that way at the very least. It's not like the other night where it's like, oh, we gotta play LeBron at forward, play like maybe Christian Wood, and then like just pick your poison on how multiplier guys, you know.
I'm just gonna go Bridges.
Speaking of LeBron, Lakers are trash.
Yeah, they are. Dude. So they play against.
At the beginning of that game, they were losing 24-4.
Who do they play?
Toronto.
So they play against Minnesota. I think so. I think it's a good opportunity to play Cat again.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, well, it is because Lakers don't have a center. They had Dwight Howard, and then Dwight Howard was out last night for personal reasons. So if he's out again the next game, I guess Wayne Gabriel played a little bit of center last night, but he's really a power forward, and he's a guy that should be in the G League anyways. So I feel bad. Like I feel bad for Carmelo that he's just put in this crappy position where he's got to play center.
Yeah, dude, I agree.
It's like, dude, I'm like 6'8", like 225 pounds, and I gotta go against like these giant guys.
I like this lineup too.
I like Carmelo, but damn, it sucks that he gets thrown like that.
I like this lineup. What's tomorrow? What do we got going tomorrow? They don't have it up. Oh yeah, you already said it. Basketball.
It's a single game. God, who was it again? I don't remember off the top of my head because it's the Bulls in Phoenix. I think is Friday. Tomorrow is somebody else. I'll look because I can look at the Wild 6 games for tomorrow if they're up, anyways, and try to figure out which one it is from there. Probably, you know.
You could probably get one more in. Let's see another nickel. We'll do a crazy nickel one after I get this.
Yeah. Maybe that's the one tomorrow. No, that's tonight. I think. Yeah, it's tonight. Okay, so they don't have the Wild 6 up for tomorrow yet.
I don't really want to do Steven. I really want to play Steven Adams. You know I do, but
I don't.
I'm not going to play Steven Adams.
It might. God, is it Dallas and Brooklyn tomorrow? It might be. No, I think it might be the Lakers Timberwolves game. I think it's the Lakers Timberwolves game for the Wild 6 tomorrow. I could be wrong though.
If it is, dude, I will be excited about that.
Captain.
Yep.
Everybody else is gonna, but the worst part is everybody's gonna do it because you just dropped 60 points.
Yeah, and anybody who like gets on us about not saying not to play him is just, I mean, you need to just go look at how he's played in the last month, even like, ugh.
Since he won that 3-point contest, he forgot how to play offense.
And he
it's kind of like
he definitely doesn't play.
back in the day, though, like for whoever used to win the home run derby for baseball, their swing would be off for like the next 2 months, it seemed like, because they sold out for like the home run derby. That was like Cat after winning the 3-point contest. It's like he forgot how to play. It doesn't make sense, but. So I still don't think we have a Grizzlies lineup because they take 5 years to do it, but it's normal lineup. But starting instead of John Moran, unless they're just crazy for some reason, start Melton or something, but that shouldn't happen.
This is either gonna really blow up in my face or it's gonna really fucking be awesome. The Jackson Smith combo.
Who?
Jackson Smith.
Who they play again? So they play Memphis, so it could turn out all right against Memphis. So this is your crazy one?
Yeah. Who else do you want to put in a forward?
Sadiq Bey.
Oh God.
We're going crazy. If we're going crazy, we're going full blown crazy. We ain't home to that. And then play Desmond Bain as one of the guards too. Oh, you're at it. If we're going for it, we're going for it. Did you say you put Bruce Brown in there already or not?
So Bain and Tyus.
Did you say you played Bruce Brown in another one or not?
Yeah, I did. I mean, this one would be pretty crazy if you did Brown.
Yeah. Or you could play Dragic in this one.
I mean, I haven't played Brogdon in anything either.
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
Dragic. DRA.
Yeah, I know.
He's starting tonight. He played 38 minutes last time. He didn't do a lot in it, but you can't really look at too much because he's just been coming back. Like he like essentially sat out 2 months with the Raptors just because. Because he felt like it.
Because he felt like it?
He's just like, I don't feel like playing for you guys. Like, I don't get it. Like, no, I guess he was traded to the Raptors from the Heat. Like, he just didn't want to be there anyway, so he's just like, screw it. I'm just gonna sit here until you cut me.
Too many indie players.
But like, he played 38 minutes last game. Like, Dragic is a guy that could play really well too, and like they're playing the Magic, so like if he just popped off, it wouldn't be like a major surprise.
I was gonna play Brogdon, but it's like it's 3 indie players. I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah, I mean it's a 4-game slate.
Play Bruce Brown. Yeah, there it is. Bain Jones, Tyus Jones, Bruce Brown, Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith, Sadiq Bey.
I'm gonna make a nickel lineup with Brogdon, or I'm gonna make a. Dragic. I'm making a nickel lineup with Dragic right now, just because, just in case.
Yeah, I'm surprised it ain't up yet for tomorrow.
I think it's the Lakers Minnesota game. I could be wrong.
I hope it is.
I gotta go build my Dragic lineup real quick.
Ooh. Is there a $20 golf one? Dang it, dude. So we were talking last year on that.
Where's golf at this week again? Valspar.
Yeah.
Valspar, whatever. Open or whatever.
So we were talking, and we have these contests that we can do, that we can create in SuperDraft, how we can create our own. Remember those ones we kind of got like Tyrone's that we got invited to?
Yep.
So I was talking to him last night, and I was saying that maybe we could do the NASCAR one, since like we have 3 guys on our show, and then kind of do a watch party or something.
Yeah.
But then like Tim's one of the higher up guys, and he was saying, he's like, what you could do is you could do the 20. I mean, he's like, there's so many people that right now that probably have those $20 tickets because of all the stuff that was going on. He's like, just do that, and everybody could just get in. He's like, if you did a multi-entry and just do two entries, then if people want to do 2, that would only be, you'd only have to get 25 people to join basically and fill a 51, and that's $1,000. That's $1,000 purse.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think we could do it. All we'd have to do is push it, and Wendy and them were cool enough to talk about they'd be willing to push everyone's games for them. If we just each took
Let's make sure we do it on one of the like a bigger NASCAR week, probably not this one. This is a race not like super popular. Like even if it's one like as big as last week's, it'd be fine. But just like this one's a little, yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'd definitely be okay if we set one for coin. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So let's see. So this lineup we got a little crazy, but not like super crazy. So I went. So this time I did play Halliburton in one line. So I played Halliburton, Dragic, Desmond Bain, Sadiq Bey, Jimmy Butler, Isaiah Jackson, and Jonas Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, I didn't play him anywhere. That means he's going to go bananas tonight. So everybody should be playing him.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like him better if CJ wasn't back. That's about it.
CJ. So I guess we could get out of here, and unless you got some more updates, and then we can come back later tonight.
I'm just seeing if we got any. Let me look at the Memphis thing, see if they updated that yet.
Take a little break. Well, because tonight, I'm excited for you.
We still don't have that starting lineup yet, but pretty much tonight should be pretty simple. Because like the only thing we're waiting for is to see the lineups to be official, and then who's going to start for the Pistons in place of Kate Cunningham, essentially.
And hopefully everybody got their NHL lineups in for the pro contest, because that is about to go live here in 4 minutes.
Yep.
Less than that, probably. Let's see. I want to look at the hockey, or where is this? I'm going to look at golf real quick.
Ooh. I
love golf week, dude. I love when we play golf. It's so fun.
I gotta listen to a couple of sources. I hated golf last week. That was the worst tournament. Like, and it's not like golf's fault or anything like that. It's just it sucked all around for everyone.
Yeah.
Involved.
And anybody who said they did well, it's basically you just got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, like picking like Cam Smith was like a decent pick, and he ended up winning, but like a lot of the other things, you just got lucky and had your guys play early and make the cut. Like if you had like 3 people make the cut, you made money last week.
That's how bad it was. Who was that guy? Gallinari? What? I know.
No. Lar. It's Lahiri, and he's like
1.6.
Yeah, he's one of the worst golfers on tour, and he like got second place. And he got second place. He just had a nice first day and made the cut, and then like got hot on one of the other days. And like, no offense to that guy, like being one of the worst golfers on the PGA Tour is still like way better than most people could ever dream of.
Neiman and Casey are out this week.
Casey's not. Well, Casey don't play a lot of tournaments though. He's
out though. I wonder where they're out.
Third, right? Casey got third last week, I think, right?
Casey, I think so.
He doesn't play a lot of tournaments anymore.
Solo third place.
Yeah, he's not going to play again until the Masters. I guarantee that.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
A lot of those guys were probably in this week's field, and then they withdrew because this week's went into the that extra day or extra day and a half. So a lot of people from this tournament are going to withdraw because they were still playing last week, and they lost a day essentially. Because if you were playing until Monday and you played till especially Paul Casey, he's like in third place. He played till the very end of the day on Monday. You got your practice round on Wednesday. You only have one day in between there now. So it's just a lot to ask of some of the, especially some of the guys that aren't quite spring chickens anymore.
Your boy Stanley.
Hey, Keegan Bradley did pretty good last week too. Was that the week we liked him, or was it the week?
Douglas Gim is out.
Yeah, because he's another guy that played deep into Monday.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like all those guys that played on Monday, they're pretty much not like, and even some of these guys that haven't withdrawn yet, there's probably going to be more.
Oh, I can see that.
Just keep your eye out on there because there could be a lot of replacements this week too, and those obviously the replacements are going to have higher multipliers. But they're also going to be a lot of. I wouldn't be surprised if this tournament has a lot of amateur players playing by the end of the week because there's going to be like 10 openings.
Is Ricky Fowler going to get in? He lost his card, dude.
Oh, he lost? He lost
his tour card. Yeah. It sucks.
Let's see here. He's been around for forever too.
Well, I mean, he just like I don't know what happened. He just like fell off. He came in playing so damn well. I mean, it's just like how Spieth was. He kind of fell off for a little bit.
I mean, everybody
We'll
falls
see if
off
he
at
makes.
some.
We'll see if he makes a comeback, though. I mean, it sucks because he was a really damn good player.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys that missed the cut last week, and they got knocked out pretty early, if they come out and they just ball this week too.
Valspar.
Yeah, so let's see. The Masters is what? Not so this weekend will be
I
the
think
20th
2 weeks
till the
away.
20th. So then so Masters be like 2 weekends after this, I think. Because I'm trying to think. So there should be a decent amount of guys still playing this weekend. There'll probably be less playing next weekend, and then there'll be because a lot of people don't like playing the week before the Masters. Some guys do though.
Yeah, and they're better. There should be a 20. I feel like there would be some $20 contest for the Masters. I would assume it's like the biggest match of the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, should we get out of here and come back? Be back a little bit later.
Yep, I'll be back in like 2 hours.
So just so you guys remember, we'll be back. Rookie risers and fallers. We'll be back in 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yep. Nice little break. Nice little break before we get into some great discussion. And then anybody that wants to join in the discussion, hop in, ask questions because we're all going to be all for answering everything. So let's just get out of here. Tell them where to find you at, or it doesn't even matter. I mean, Coach Craig, he's everywhere.
Yep. So you can find me on Twitter, Coach Craig Sport, on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports, on patreon.com/Coach Craig Sports, on the Sports Me app at Coach Craig Sports. If you still want to get in on that Stackatology tournament too, free to join. Just make sure you have a Stacks account. Make sure you at least put something up on Stacks before you enter the tournament, because you need to have an active account to win. They're giving away a Glenn Rice jersey as the grand prize.
Oh, nice.
Did a little bit of a podcast previewing the tournament last night with those guys over there. So just kind of talking general thoughts on the tournament, who might be the one seed to get knocked off the soonest, sleeper teams, stuff like that. Just a lot of fun, just hanging out with some people, talking some little basketball. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, we're going to be back here for the faller section from the NFL Combine for the offensive players, so we're going to be talking about them. Should be a pretty interesting thing. Probably not going to just be the cookie cutter names you see elsewhere, the names that people are just knocking down for. Some of these names that people are knocking down are just for no reason too, or they're just because they want to knock somebody down because they're like, oh, this guy's up here, we want to knock him down a peg so we can make somebody else look better. Don't overreact too much.
Oh, the dude, I saw a list. Somebody posted a list. I think it was from who was it? One of the bigger name programs, like big name programs. They had it was like they had their super flex line or their super flex like their list, and then they had their like regular list, one QB list. And it was crazy because when they switched it to the one QB list, Kenneth Walker went to first.
He went to first
overall pick.
I mean, Brees is probably going to be first in that situation. But I've seen on Twitter and stuff, people are talking like Isaiah Spiller is going to fall down to the 111. I'm like, if he's at the 111, I will have 100% ownership of Isaiah Spiller. That is just flat out ridiculous.
And also remember, we're doing the bracket as well. NCAA bracket. We're going to be giving away a little bit of cash, but mainly we're going to be trying to give away a jersey. We've been looking for a jersey. We've been, pristine auction. And some of the auctions that I've been looking at, they kind of finish around tomorrow night. So we'll kind of see what we have around then. I mean, there's some stuff we've been looking at. Actually, they had a Magic Johnson, Michigan jersey I was looking at. The Shaq jersey we were looking at. Yeah, there was a bunch of different ones that were pretty sweet. That who else was it? Anyways, yeah. I mean, if we can't get a jersey, there's some balls that I'm looking at too, because we just want something crazy, something awesome, something that sticks out, something you can remember that you wanted from the show. So That's important. It's $10 buy-in, and you can get up to two brackets, so it'd be $20 buy-in at that point. But yeah, we've already got 19 people in, or 19 brackets, I should say, at this point.
Mhm.
So it'd be nice, get up to 30. That would be sweet because that's $300. We get some sweet swag and give some cash away, which would be even better. And it'd be nice if we could even give something a smaller like swag prize away, like like a mini helmet or something, because usually they're like $50. We can get something really cool. And they had some they had a Magic Johnson Michigan helmet. They had the Shaq mini helmet, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, the LSU one and the football one that was signed by Shaq. Yeah, like that's weird.
Yeah, they have the Michigan one for Magic Johnson, so just pretty sweet.
Michigan State, I assume.
Yep. So definitely going to be looking into that. Like I said, spread the word. If you guys get in, make sure that you tell your friends because we want to make this kind of big. It would be nice if we can get this bracket big. A couple more days. Obviously it starts Thursday morning, so
yep.
We want to get as many people in as we can. Oh shit! David says, "Young to the moon."
He's not playing tonight, David. I don't think there's anybody with the last name Young tonight either. So, unless there's one in hockey that I don't know if there could be.
That's too simple of a name for a hockey player.
Hey, I mean, there's Riley Smith, so
that's true.
But he spells Riley different too. So,
anyways, let's get out of here. We'll be back here in about 2 hours to talk some rookie fallers from the combine. So, yeah. And it's just going to be offense tonight. We'll do defense next weekend. So see you guys in a little bit.